Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to do a quick flip through of this little embellishment folder that I made over the weekend. It's using my new kit, and I'll pop a link to it down below. And I've also made, I'll show you how to make, it's like a notebook, like one of the tag notebooks, so I'll show you it's inside here anyway. So this is just like a little file folder, not a file folder, but a little folder, because I don't have file folders, so I use the just cardboard. So I've made a little elasticated closure to it. So I'm just going to quickly take that off. So that's just like a piece of elasticated lace, which is really pretty, and I've just added a little flower on top of there. And then this just goes around there, so we've got the back, I've got a little pocket at the back, and then it just opens up, oops, opens up like that. Okay, so on the front I've got, these are the little embellishments that come in the kit. So they do normally go sort of like along the page, but I thought I'd make it into a little long tag, and I popped a little love sign on there as well. And then I've got a little lace, tiny little lace doily on there. And again here I've just popped one of the little words which says hope, and then I've just layered it with one of the doilies and some cheesecloth, and then I've edged it down with some pink lace. So then if we open it up, pop all the things back in again. So on this side again I've used the little word tags here, the little word embellishments which I've made into tags, and I've just stuck one of the embellishments on there, and I've made 3 little holes in there, and I've just hung the words on there. And then I've just done a bit of layering here with a couple of little tags and some lace and some bits of doily and some cheesecloth. I absolutely love these papers, I think they're really pretty. And then we've got some bit of lace down the side. Okay, so on this side I've made a little pocket, and I've got some lace and a little bow and one of the little signs that says rose on there. And then this is some of the little like postcard size embellishments that come with it. So again I've just layered it up with some cheesecloth on there, and this one's got a little bit of a doily on there, and then again here we go, that just says luck and some cheesecloth, and these are just backed onto some card so they can pop back in the little pocket there. And then I've just got 2 big tags which I've just popped some sari ribbon on there on the top, so I think they look really nice. And then again in the back of here I've got 2 more big tags there which are lovely. And then this is the tag book which I'm going to show you how to do in a minute. There's another one of them, I just made them into long sort of like dingly danglies, and this is the tag book. I'll show that to you in a moment. Here I've just got, I've made, let's take these out, I've made 2 pockets out of lace here, and I've just embellished them here with a little bit of doily, one of the little word tags and a little bow. So we've got 2 pockets, and these are the little journaling cards. So we've got 8 altogether, so I'm just going to pop those in the pockets like that, they fit lovely. And then we've got these ones here, then they can just pop in there. And then I've made another little tag there, I've just got a little bit of lace and a bow, and then just popped on with a little bulb clip. Pop the little tag book there. And then on the back, that's the front, on the back here is another little tag, and then we've got another pocket there, and then I've got a couple more of the journaling cards. Oops, and then there's another one. So I've just layered up again with the word tags on there, and then a couple more of the giant tags. You can do lots of journaling on these, I absolutely love them. I think they're really nice. So then these just fit in there like that. So that's really nice. It makes a really lovely gift as well. I think it looks really pretty. So pop that to one side. I'm going to just show you the little tag book. So again I've made a closure with a bit of elasticated ribbon. So it's just making a little loop, and I've just sewn it together on the sewing machine there. And it just makes a perfect little closure and on the front here I've got another little tag here with a little doily underneath. And then I've layered up some, we've got some lace and a little doily and one of the wordings and some not seam binding, some cheesecloth on there. And then the back I just made a tag with the rest of the paper. You've got some sort of like pattern paper in the kit, so I just made a tag for the back, but you can just use one of these tags if you wanted to. And then what I've done, I've just popped a little bit of paper in between, and I've covered both of it with some fabric, so it just gives it a really nice feel to it. And on here what I've done, I put a little bit of the fabric as like little hinges on there, and then I've just sewn around it here, and then I've just used that to sew in the signature, and I've got the little dingly danglies down there. So I'm going to show you how I made this. Let's pop that on here. I've got everything sort of ready to show you, so pop that to the side. So I've got my little box of bits and pieces here. I've already cut up the paper, I've already cut up the inside here to make a little journal. So let me just take a look. These are the bits that I cut off. So to make the size of the paper, I've just torn it in half, which is probably that way, and then I've just cut the two end bits off. So this bit that I've cut off, let me measure it so it will give you a rough idea. So that's about 1.75 inches, just under. So that's roughly about how much I've cut off, and then I've just torn it in half and then popped it into a little notebook like that. Right, so to start with, I've got one of the tags here, and then, well, I've got two actually, and again I've just covered a piece of card with the plain paper that you get in the kit, and then I have a little bit of fabric, doing a tag here, which is like the calico fabric. Now this is measuring, let's do it in inches, that's measuring 7 inches by 6.5 inches, so that gives you a rough guide. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick the tags onto here. I will be sewing them in a minute, and what you do is you just stick them on and just leave a tiny little gap in between, just so it can fold in half. Okay, so that just sticks down, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to stick it on with some glue stick because I'm going to sew it down, so I just need it to be held in place, that's all. So I'm just going to stick this on here, so it only needs to be held in place while I sew around it. So I quite like this little ruffy bit around the outside. I think that looks quite nice. Stick that on there. So all my embellishment bits I've actually backed with card. I've printed them out onto 120 gram paper. Just stick this on, make sure we've got it all level. Just leave a tiny little gap like that in the middle. So I've just printed them all out onto sort of like 120 gram paper, and then backed it with some card, which is just plain card that you can buy in packs. So that's including all these little ones here, and I think they look really pretty. So they're all ready, and I've sewn all around them, so they're all ready to attach to the book or make holes in. So I like to do that first, and then I've got everything to hand. So what I'm going to do now, so look, so it just looks like that, and then you just fold it in half. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go and sew around all the way around the edges on both of them. And I do actually sew straight across here, and then around, and then across here, and then I will do that up. So I'm going to go and do that quickly. Okay, so there we go. So I've just sewed all the way around. I did this bit, I started off with just a running stitch, and then I actually did a zigzag stitch because sometimes this does like to unravel and we don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to cut this little V out here, if I can, just like this. There we go. Just cut these corners off, just so it's tag shaped. Oopsie daisy. Cut a little bit of thread off. There we go. And there we go. That's the tag booklet. So I thought that's really quick and easy. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so then what we've got to do, I've got some little bits and pieces in here. So let's have a look what we can put on the front. So I've just got all the little tags on here. So I've cut them all out and just sewn them on, and I think they look really, really lovely. So I think I quite like this one. I like that hanging from there. Maybe we'll do it from that side. Have something a little bit different. What else have we got? Maybe I'll put that on there with a word on it. What words shall we have? Let's have romance on there. That looks really nice, doesn't it? What I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to pop a little hole in it with my little viscous punch like that. And then I think I'm going to hang it from here, so I'm going to make a little hole down there, just in the top here, like that. Bring a little bit of fabric from behind, and then, which is easy peasy, and then we get one of our little clips, pop it through there, and then pop it through the little hole there. And then that just hangs down like that, so that's really easy peasy. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick that on there. Actually, what I need to do first before I stick that down is do the little like hinges on here. So I've got a piece of fabric here, which is the same as the inside, and I'm just going to pop, you don't have to do this bit if you don't want to, but I think it looks really quite nice. I'm just going to cut a piece off here, just fray that a little bit. So that is roughly 1/2 inch, oopsie daisy, by 1 inch. So if you do it 1/2 inch by 1 inch, that should be about the right size. Let's just get rid of some of these long bits. So let's cut 3 of those. There we go. Just take some of the edging bits off, like that. And then all I need to do, excuse me, is just stick those on like that. So again, I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of the glue stick to stick them on, because it's only to hold them while I sew it. So you want to stick these where you're going to actually pop your signature in. So your signature needs to just sort of go through them. One in the middle, like that. Perfect. So what I'm going to do, again, you don't have to sew if you don't want to, but just stick them down with a stronger glue if you're not going to sew it, like that. I'm just going to sew all the way around here, so I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, so there we go. Well, my bobbin decided to run out of cotton, so I had to do that. So right, let's just cut these little pieces off. I think it looks really nice with this sort of like little faux hinges on there. Take these bits of cotton away. There, so look, so that looks nice. It's like a little hinge on there. So it looks really nice. So what I'm going to do now, what was I doing? I'm going to attach one of these. So that hangs down there. And say, forgot what I was going to put on the front now. never mind, let's have a look. I think it was Romance, if I can remember. So if I pop that there, so I'm going to use a little bit of 3-in-1 for this one. So stick a nice big blob of it down there, and that can stick on top. And then we've got this on there. Like that. There we go, just hold that down for a minute. So that's quick. So once you've got everything cut out and sewn, they don't take too long to put together, as long as you're organised. So let's just make sure that's stuck down. Okay, let's go and pop the lid back over there. So you can stick on as much as this as you like, but this one I layered out with some bits of doily and some lace in there as well. Stick that down, but that looks really pretty, I think. Oops, it's a bit wibbly wobbly. What I might actually do is just take that off until I've sewn in the signature. That would probably be a lot easier. Right, so here we go. So I've got, I think I've got 28 pages in there, if I can remember. So what I've done, just pops that in there, so they fit really nice. I didn't cut them to tag shape, but you can if you want to. But I don't think you really need to. It's just a lot of faffing about. So I'm going to get my little cotton here. So let's just measure this like that. Get my needle. Sew this in. Okay, there's my book. Put that in there. Let's make sure these are straight. And we have to make sure that we get them right in the right place of where we pop the little hinges. So where's my little tool? There we are. So let's have a look. So this one needs to go there. This one needs to go, oops, in camera there. And this one just slightly high, I think it's about there. Hope so. Let's pop the needle through there and have a look. Yes, perfect. Actually, what I'm going to do is pop it on the outside. So we'll go from this way. Pop that through, down to the bottom here. Let's go through there. There we go. And then back through the middle. Perfect. Pop these bits and pieces away. Pop my needle back onto there. And then we'll just tie this up. There we go, that wasn't bad. That was pretty much in the middle, wasn't it? So if we tie those, is that going to be long enough? Maybe not quite. Let's just even them up a little bit. That's better. Pull it nice and tight, like that. And we can hang some little beads or something off there. So there we go. Make sure they're in there nice and firm. Okay, so that's lovely. So let's get some little beads. What have I got to hang? Oopsie daisy. Some tiny little beads here. 3 on each side. There we go. You can hang whatever you like off them, or you don't have to hang anything at all. So what I'm going to do is just thread 3 on each one. A little nubbly bead. Just tie a little knot. Three just to make sure. There we go. And put these on. Don't want them dangling down too low on this one. Oopsie daisy. Pop that in. And there we go, little dingly beads hanging down, so that's nice. So now we can stick this back on again. So I might actually pop a little bit of cheesecloth under it as well. Not sure whether that's going to be quite big enough, is it? Maybe. Do a nice long piece. This one is a new one that I brought here, this new cheesecloth, but when I tea stained it, it's gone very hard, so if you just sort of like rub it together, it seems to soften up a little bit. So I'm just going to stick that on there like that. There, just wrinkle it up just a little bit. Oops. And then hopefully this will stick a little bit better now. There we go. Oops. Up the right way. And then just pop that on there like that. And then you can use anything for a closure. You can get a little bit of ribbon, or again on this one I've just used that little bit of elasticated, which comes like, I brought this here and I've just wrapped it around a piece of card, so it's really nice because it's just like that, it's just elasticated, so it's really, really pretty. I wasn't quite sure what to use it for, but I think using it for the closures, little elasticated closures, works really well. So there we go. Perfect. So then we have two. So again, this one can just, I won't make one of those. What I'm going to use, I was going to use some sari silk, but I don't know what I've done with it now. It's disappeared, but never mind. So there we go, guys. So I've got a nice little a little tag notebook. So that's quite simple to make, and it's a little fun thing to make as well. And you can pop it as it is, or you can make a little folder like this and use all the little embellishments in my kit like that to pop it in. So I think that looks really cute. Alright guys, well thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Another quick easy project for you to do, and you can use any fabric. You don't have to use this calico that I'm using, or you don't even have to use fabric. You could just use paper to join them together, and you could make some little paper hinges as well, but I think it looks really pretty. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day and I will see you next time. Alright guys, thank you, bye bye.